Hello everybody, welcome back to Regalia. We have 7 quests to complete and we have 31 days to do so. But I think we want to head over to complete the feud today, because neither Signy or Theo is available for making their quests complete. But we could also, we got a few kingdom quests to complete. We have Return to Theo and Signy and the feud. But in terms of kingdom quests, I want to do some crafting and maybe do some fishing in order to get those 2 quests. But I'll do that off camera probably. So today, we are gonna head over to the feud. We also have another missive to complete, and I think it's for the elves and the dwarves. Praise the Emperor, praise his austere countenance, praise his boundless generosity. The Emperor dictates thus. Wise and noble leader, you are cordially invited to attend the first leaf ceremony, whereupon our joint delegation shall partake in the brewing and sampling of our finest tea crop. Through discipline, we shall attain perfection. We can send Chichiroji? Or Gwendolyn? I think I want to send Chichiroji. That sounds hilarious. Do it. And I believe that puts us on rank 4 with the elves. Rank 3 rather. And that should be enough to make Valen, the rebel prince, available for recruitment. Maybe if we go out, we can need him. He might pop up somewhere, yeah!
Tell me, are you of House Loren?
That's us. Did you need something?
Excellent. Look alive, crew! This is the place where dreams come to die and shatter, and be reborn in 100-fold little pieces, like a symphony of good and bad, but mostly bad.
Yes, this is Regalia. If you're looking for a job, I'm afraid the circus is packed up already.
Rude, Gwen, rude!
Ha! Tongues like swords. Valen likes it here already.
Are you guys bandits?
Rogues? Perhaps. Bandits? No. You are in the presence of the pirate king of Merware himself, Valen Alsigan.
The one, the only, Lord of the Sea Wolves.
Dragon on the sea!
Thanks, boys. But Valen believes that stacking titles is a sign of egomania. And like Valen likes to say, Valen will always be just Valen.
Isn't he awesome?
Pirates? But aren't you a little far away from the sea?
I've heard that it's not uncommon for the elves to navigate rivers. Maybe that's the case here.
Ah, but why the cruel approach? Don't you see it only flences the mystique?
Uh-huh.
Valen carries the sea with him, wherever he goes. No storm is too big, no land is too dry, for our hearts are made of brine.
Why do you talk about yourself in the
third person?
A little bird told Valen that you fancy yourself a friend to elves.
Even if we're different, it's a relationship worth fighting for.
Then House Loren and the crew of Ascaro share a belief. That said, Valen holds no love for Alphamere.
Aren't all elves part of Alphamere?
Aye. They'd make you think that, wouldn't they? I suppose Valen is something of a rebel then. A free spirit, unbound by tales of some mysterious kingdom. But most of all, he's a pirate. Ain't that right, guys?
Yeah! You're the base captain!
He's like a big blue clown, isn't he?
I don't know. There's something odd about him.
Well, what do you need of us then, Sir Valen?
This is a tale unknown to countless generations. A kingdom is lost. A kingdom is rebuilt. The rightful king returns, righting the wrongs. The people rally. the fair folk bend their knees before him. All this is a dream, a story, and Valen wants to be part of that story.
You want to join us?
Quite certainly, yes. Alas, Valen will have to leave his fearless crew behind, but they know he will return. So all is well.
Captain will be waiting. Leave the Escaros to us, sire.
Now, the only uncertainty left is your answer.
Of course I want a elf pirate.
If he's a rebel, this may cause some diplomatic repercussions with Alfamir.
He strikes me as the sort of man who only wants to be free. That can't be that bad, right?
He's a pirate. He robs people for a living.
Yes, but he doesn't seem like the bad kind of pirate, you know?
What does that even mean?
He robs only the richest, my dear. On that point, Valen appears to be something of an unrepentant rogue.
I mean, don't we kind of look like the richest?
That doesn't make it better.
Alas, your answer?
I wouldn't mind another skilled fighter, to be honest. Welcome aboard, Sir Valen.
Hear that, guys? That's the sound of a glorious new chapter opening. Despair not. It's not time for goodbyes yet. Know this. You will always be in Valen's thoughts. Because we're all brothers. To the last man. Valen salutes you, gentlemen.
Captain.
Oh, what a fanboy.
You are awesome, Captain. We will be waiting, Captain.
I wonder if we'll ever get somebody normal for a change.
But that would be boring. Sweet! Now we have 30 days to go. Let's see what Valen has to offer here. I would like to check him out. He's got a lot of perks that he needs to be slotted, but he has... Is that a ranged weapon? So he might have both range and like... Oh, like water powers? Interesting. He's sort of like a dragoon slash archer, spear thrower kind of dude. Interesting. Alright. Let's leave him there though. Is anyone of my people ready to level up? No, nobody's available. Not Theo, not Signy. So let's head on out and complete the feud. Now where was that quest again? It was... right here. The meeting place. 2 days it should be, right? Days to explore 1. We're cutting it close. Depending on how much we need, we might actually have to do another dungeon. But these close ones, or close by ones, are difficult. And they take 8 days. 7. Where's the nearest non-difficult one? I guess it's this one? 8 days, 8 days. Maybe one of these later on. But for now, let's go to the meeting place.
What on earth? What happened here?
This is disturbing. Proceed with care, young master.
What did you just unlock? Party level 10? Right in the middle of a cutscene. Interesting.
What's this?
A rock of some sort?
How do you think it got here?
Perhaps it fell from the sky, disrupting the proceedings.
I don't think that was the case. There's something odd about this rock.
Wait, is that even a rock? It might be scales.
I finally managed to take a nap, and not a minute later, something comes out of the woodwork to poke me in the ass. Figures.
Excuse me? It's a dragon!
Hello there, little humans. Anything I can help you with?
Wow!
By the gods! Are you a dragon?
Actually, I'm an iguana. Once upon a time, I stumbled upon a smokehouse and ate too much bacon, hence my size. What the hell, guys? Of course I'm a dragon. What do they even teach you in schools these days? So anyway, what's up?
Are you the one behind the wanton destruction here?
Sure thing, boss. Those dudes with pitchforks came here on their silly wagons right on the doorstep of my home and shouted and argued and made a big stinking noise. I hate when they do that. My migraine starts acting up. So I came out and politely asked them to move. Then they started shouting even louder. There might have been a rock or 2, or 10, so I ate them all.
That's not good for our diplomatic future.
Makes sense, right?
How utterly vile!
I know, the taste was terrible.
This cannot stand. Right, young master?
I like how Kay still like passed out of shock.
Young master? It appears my employer may have been frozen due to utter terror.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, as long as he's not screaming. So, are you going to fight me or something? If not, I'm gonna ask you to leave. It's rude to interrupt a nap like that.
Indeed we will. Have at you!
We will? I feel like a dragon is out of our league.
Wait, hold on for just a second.
Young master?
This dragon doesn't exactly strike me as evil. Don't you think he's a rather amiable fellow?
I mean, he did eat people.
He's eaten innocent
Indeed.
people.
Thank you, Griffith.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't seem like they were very friendly in the first place.
I still say we slay him.
He ate them in self-defense, one could say.
That's a rather extreme measure.
I'm standing right here, you know.
I mean, technically you're laying right there.
You said that you asked them to move.
Yup, I even tried chatting with that fancy tall-hatted fellow. That's how humans denote authority, right? By the size of their hats.
Something like that.
Anyway, he wasn't too thrilled.
And then they started throwing rocks at you?
Usually, I don't mind. This stuff happens all the time, for some reason.
When
the news gets out, people will not take lightly to all this havoc.
Yet what happened was a misunderstanding, and there's no need for further violence. I'm not saying what he did was justified, nor that it was reasonable, but allowing both sides to duke it out will end extremely poorly.
That is true.
Well, what can I say? I can't deny I'm a grouch, boss. I just want to be left alone. Is that so bad?
In that case, you need to work on your patience, Sir Dragon. What shall you do, young master?
Well, we were supposed to negotiate, right? Then we will negotiate.
I do not follow.
So tell me, did you eat everyone? No survivors?
What? No, I'm a dragon, not a pig. I have my standards, thank you. If you're looking for those other fellows, you'll find them in a village over the hill. Short walk, pleasant scenery.
My thanks, Sir Dragon. Let's go, Griffith.
More walking? That might take days out of our precious schedule. Oh no! Thank you for coming here on such a short notice. Honestly, we were afraid you'd run away. Don't mention it, sir. Sir? Also, you had some compelling arguments. Excellent. So we meet here on behalf of Mr. Tag, Mr. Bink, and, well... My name is Bakari. Bakari the Dragon. Mr. Bakari, as heir to House Loren, the previous lords of these lands, it falls upon me to pass judgment in the case for the ownership of these lands. Judgments? What judgments? I thought we have already agreed that... Huh? What are you kicking me for, Tag? What's with the face? Why are you... Please proceed. Well then. Sounds like they already made a agreement here. Mr. Tag, Mr. Bank, please proceed with your claims. Building a consensus. Each party by the table has a disposition counter, reflecting their willingness to reach an agreement from 0 to 10 points. Your choices will gain support from certain parties and alienate others. Each party begins with 3 to successfully reach an agreement and proceed the game. Each party will need to maintain at least 7 by the end of the proceedings. Throughout the negotiations, Gwen, Elaine, and Griffith will offer advice. As those tips will often contradict each other, it's up to you to make the final call. There are also other less readily apparent ways to win in the negotiations. Cool. Well, it's my land. Oh, sorry, you were saying something, Tag? Nah, just go on. My family has been tending these lands for ages. Ages! I was there when the first huts were constructed, you know. Don't you mean your ancestors were there? Yeah, bad wording, sorry. He's a liar. Don't like him. We were there first. I refuse to let go of a premium patch of land, be it to my neighbor or a cranky dragon. Because, mostly, you know, it's mine, no offense. Well, Mr. Tag, what's your take on this? My grand tells me these lands were hit pretty bad during the Crusades. When we moved here from Rentless, it was just wild, untamed soil. Nobody was around. So we took it as our own. You see, Grandma used to serve with the Rentlessian Vipers, so she knew how to tame the land. So what now? Mercenary company. Fabulous poisoners, I'm told. And, an unseemly family tradition. Not really a dinner time topic. Still, the land, we cared for it for many, many decades. Imagine my surprise when Tag's family came a-knockin', saying we should step aside. Wait, what? Tag said Tag's family. Okay. It was our... Don't you mean Bing's family, then? It was our property, Tag. And you haven't really settled the hottest tract of the land. That plot's being wasted out there, no matter how you look at the facts. Yet you left it behind during the Crusades. Meh. And what was your purpose for these festivities? Well, we wanted to solve it once and for all. I guess, yeah, in a sense. I thought it'd be nice to reach an agreement. I mean, we're civilized people, right? We both have a history here. Arguments like these help no one. Like, I don't want to move, ever. Neither does my family. I don't think that'll change, but it'd be nice to have some decision to hold on to. You mean, it'd be nice to validate ownership? That's what I said, yeah, somewhat. Wait, I don't get it. You weren't willing to part with the land, nor to move out, yet you still willingly organized a celebration, and very specifically to negotiate this issue. Were you planning to poison the other one? The other family? Well... You clearly wanted to hand it over to me. I think the word we should really be focusing on here is negotiate. And then came Mr. Bakari. Yeah. Wasn't a pretty sight. He munched a third of our guys. Look, I'm sorry, alright? They were loud, obnoxious, and disrespectful. Why do you people have to scream so much? You think I enjoy eating the fat and the old? Yeah, I'm just saying. What's your claim then, Mr. Bakari? Like I said, I just want some peace and quiet. I'm an old lizard, folks. If you leave me alone, great. I'll leave you alone too. I don't care about your shenanigans. But our kids? What about them? I mean, I'd be afraid an imposing gentleman like you would turn them into midnight snack, you know? Why are we even talking about this? It's a dragon! And this dragon... Ow! Stop kicking me, Tag! So Griffith's advice is to take it slow and probe them out. Okay. Gwen wants us to tread carefully, and Elaine wants us to be supportive. I think I want to know more. That got us some with Tag, some disposition, less with Bink, who's obviously hiding something. What for? Well, it's like we mentioned before. Bink's ancestors were the original owners of the surrounding patches of land. When war chased them out, my family moved in. Both of those were ages ago. It's his home as much as mine. But mostly mine. Still, consider this, it's been generations. Can you really just tell all my folks to pack up and leave? We're not some squatters. It's our toll out there, you know? I don't want to move if I don't have to. What? No shouting. I react poorly to loud noises. Don't forget that these people have to live door to door with the dragon. Poor Tag. And Tag seems to be very meek. Let's see here. Let's ask Mr. Bakari. Like I already said. No, he isn't. Isn't what? The oldest? Never mind. Excuse me. Is he an undead? Is he actually one of the ancestors who settled these lands before? Mr. Bink is an undead. Calling it. Well, you're correct in saying I've been around here for the longest. And truthfully, I've only been using a small portion of the lot for my lair. What do you mean? I'm a traditionally minded dragon. I prefer a good old spacious cavern if I can get one. What use would I have for arable land? I mean, you've eaten some people though. Give me back a decent quiet corner to nap in and I'll be more than happy not to pick human bones from my teeth anymore. But you prey on our sheep. Nonsense, I'd never do something like that. Huh? But let me think. Our sheep have been vanishing for a better part of a year. When they do crop up, they appear drained of blood! Bink is a vampire! I mean, I don't know. Do dragons drink blood? Not really, we're not big on soup. Any proof of that though? Really, look at my teeth. He's definitely a vampire. Why would anyone attack your sheep? Oh, we gotta get Bink up, I think, though. But can we get him up by exposing him as a vampire? Let's just get through this one. Mr. Bink is being very defensive. Because he's a vampire. And I think Tag is actually suspecting him of being a vampire. But I don't want to... It said we have to get them all to 7. Or maybe we have to fight either a vampire or a dragon? Mr. Bink, are you hiding something from me? No. You think? Who knows? Maybe you seem to be on the cusp of discovering something, little human. I wonder. Stop it! I'm way too old to be bothered by your wild accusations. I mean, I'm totally not a vampire. Just stop. Whatever you're getting at is pure poppycock. It serves no other purpose but to irritate me and everyone around. I'm not irritated. Neither am I. Are you done? Can we continue? I think we're gonna press him. There's an unspoken undercurrent. Enough with the shiftiness, Mr. Bink. Let's hear some answers. You seem to be throwing plenty of baseless accusations around. I can do that too. Now, how about this? I think you're not the rightful king. Prove me wrong. That's not the same and you know this. You're obviously trying to avoid the topic. The question is why? Because you're a vampire. I'm talking to you, Tag. Tell me then, what do you think I'm hiding? Can I just... I think you're a vampire. I think you may be older than you look, and that you're a vampire. What? Oh, well, neat. The dragon is not impressed. That's asinine! Asinine, I say! Yeah, normally I'd think so too. I mean, you're right. The idea does seem rather ridiculous, but when you consider all the small signs... I mean, you said that you're very old and that you were here instead of his family or your ancestors. There's a lot of things going on, and the sheep being drained of blood. Conjecture! Don't need to be so defiant. Being a vampire is not a crime, and I don't care. However, you have been preying on the livestock of your neighbors. Lethally, I might add. Was it to scare them away to obtain the land on cheap? Talk all you want, I've yet to see concrete evidence. I mean, I have a way to be 100% sure. One of my guesses is a experienced vampire. A neutral party with no stake in all this, if you pardon the pun. If anyone can judge these things, it's him. If you were brought before him for evaluation, what would his verdict be, Mr. Bink? Mr. Bink? Well, I might have lived a bit longer than I should, and I might have been bitten by a bloodsucker before. Big deal. I'll take that as a yes. Uh-oh, Bink. But I've never killed a man, nor have I ever plotted to do so. I have my standards. I don't kill men for thrill or sustenance. I'm not as depraved as you paint me, Sir Loren. Like I said, I don't care if you're a vampire or not, Mr. Bink. I know that you have done wrong by your neighbors, and that's what you should answer for. A sheep. But I still think... Ah, okay, so it took him out of the equation. I still think, the other guy, Tag, was planning to poison the other delegate, though. I have a feeling. You have committed a crime, Mr. Bink. I can't ignore that. But I can promise you that you'll be treated fairly and without prejudice. First, we still have one more thing to settle. Alright, there's the dragon. I may have dozed off. All that human drama, you know? So exhausting. Well, Mr. Tag, time to settle things between you and Mr. Bakari. Okay. So, well, but Bakari and vampires... Wow, I don't know what to say. Think of it this way, a dragon can be handy. We'll spread rumors about Bakari's presence. It'll scare away those who wish to harm your family. Okay, Mr. Dragon, do you have anything in mind? You know what I want, but I'm open to suggestions. Oh, bummer. Sir Loren, a hand here, please. Split a small portion of the land around the cave and give ownership to Bakari. Let him do as he pleases there. Actually, he'll keep the cave and quiet on the condition that he'll help defend the plot if such need arises. I like the sound of that. Hell, maybe I'll even put some nice fence and a warning sign up. I guess that's acceptable. Yep. So we are in agreement. Yes, we are. Thank you, Sir Loren. Alright, I'm glad we've reached an understanding. Once again, thank you for coming. This meeting is adjourned. We did it! Amazing.
Now that everyone has left and we can talk, that went uncharacteristically well, don't you think?
You can say that again, young master. Truth be told, I was honestly amazed by how you handled this ordeal. A satisfying conclusion without bloodshed?
I just didn't think them hitting each other would do any side any good.
Your father would be proud.
Thank you, Griffith.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say that I'm thankful for what you've done.
You got any, like, treasure you want to share in gratitude?
For smelly, squishy, noisy humans,
from your horde?
You're alright.
Don't mention it.
By the way, your smell, it's different than what I remember, but you mentioned you were of House Loren, right?
What of it?
Nothing. I just thought, well, aren't you fellows supposed to be dead?
Huh?
I knew a Loren once. Upstanding chap, all regal, all diplomatic, eyes like bronze, words like silver, that sort of thing. Funny that it was you who came to broker an agreement. He would have done just the same.
Can you tell me anything more about that Loren?
His name was Elrond, something like that. In my youth, I was a brazen, hot-headed lizard. People feared me, but he didn't. He offered me a place to stay. This place, in exchange for a share of my old hoard. And before you ask, no, I don't possess that hoard anymore.
Bummer. Although, that old hoard might be in that vault somewhere in our castle.
It wasn't much, but as I recall, he was desperate. Something about paying off a debt incurred by his idiotic ancestor.
That sounds oddly familiar.
He wanted to use that gold to marry into a wealthy clan from the land of Arlen and go all robber baron on their precious resources, and he almost made it happen. Ironically, he died at sea while traveling to meet his would-be bride. They never secured the deal.
What happened?
I do not know for sure, though I remember hearing stories about a storm of the century. Poor Sod must have paddled right into it. Destiny is one terrible tragedian. So, did you guys ever pay off that debt?
Nope.
To be honest, we were really hoping you could help us with that.
Sins of the past still haunting the present. Poor, poor humans. All waxing poetic aside, I'm afraid I can't help you. I know nothing about your debt.
Damn.
However, I do know he was planning to visit his summer estate afterwards. Said he needed to show his ancestors' most prized possession to his brand new wife.
A summer estate? Lady Elaine and Lady Gwendolyn have never found anything pertaining to a summer estate.
Most prized possessions? Perhaps this is where the treasure vault was built. Sir Bakuri, do you know the location?
Sorry, boss.
We'll have to investigate on our own then. You have our greatest thanks, noble Sir Bakuri.
Good luck, little humans.